Today is a theory review on staff, clefs, and pitches, and how to identify them and place them on the piano keyboard. So what is a staff? A staff is basically the 5 lines we see in music scores. These 5 lines. And these are called spaces in between. And we count staff from bottom to top, not top to bottom. And so clefs, the treble clef on the left is also known as a G clef because this is the G line for treble and it's primarily for higher voices. So when in a choir, say in a choir piece, on the score, treble will usually be sung by women. And for bass clef on the right, it is called F clef because this line is, later we'll understand that this is F, and it's for lower voices. So usually in a choir piece, we'll have men sing with the bass clef. And so the clefs can go on forever or go down forever, and same over here. But they're typically separated by the note middle C. So if the pitch is higher than middle C, it'll usually be treble. And if the pitch is lower than middle C, it'll usually be bass, but there's some space in between treble and bass as denoted by ledger lines. So I've mentioned frequently what is middle C and ledger lines, and as you can see, middle C is this balancing point between treble and bass, and ledger lines is this line in between middle C. As you can see, middle C is not on any of the 5 lines or spaces of the staff, neither the treble or bass staffs, but it stands in between because of this ledger line. The ledger line acts as a platform to add space and for new notes and for higher notes. So if this pitch is beyond these 5 lines, it will be represented through a ledger line. And so treble pitches are FACE for the spaces, FACE, and EGBDF, EGBDF. So this is treble pitches. And for EGBDF, we can remember it as every good boy deserves fudge. For bass pitches, we have GBDFA and ACEG. So ACEG is all cows eat grass, and GBDFA, good boys do fine always. And so pitches on the ledger lines, as we now have a grasp on pitches, will extend into ledger lines. And as you can see, we have ledger lines for both the treble and bass staff. And you can see a definition of the ledger line provided over here on this image. And so it gives space for notes higher or lower than the normal staff to exist. And each line just acts like a normal line on the staff. It has a space and a line. So if this is F, the space in between will be G, and this note on the line will be A, and this continues on. And it goes down the same way. If this is D, then one down on the line will be C. Before, I know some of you might be confused right now, but pitches operate on an A, B, C, D, E, F, G scale. And when G concludes, it will be A again, but it will be an octave higher. So there's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, which is 7 pitches. Then A again, which is 8, so that's why we call it octave. And when at A, you can go down and be and go G, F, E, D, C, B, A, and that'd be 1 octave lower. And as you can see, the ledger line with spaces and lines will still be the same in bass, but be careful that the pitches shown on the space, or let's just say second space on the treble and second space on the bass, are very different. So be careful. When you read the score, please look at the clefs before trying to determine the pitch. And as you can see, if D is over here on this space above this ledger line, then E will be there because C, D, E goes by alphabetical order and goes on and goes down the same way. And so how do we transfer pitches on the staff to a keyboard? So we have this center point called middle C, And we can use the A, B, C, D, E, F, G method to identify notes. If this is C, this would be B and this would be A. And if this is C, this would be D, this is E, and this is F and G, and A again. That's why I said about octave. So most pianos, they give you this C as a reference point to where middle C is. And as we look at different scores, let's say we just have a treble score, the C might be over here because the treble notes will go all the way over there and pitches are infinite. And so this C matches this. So if this note is placed over here, E, we know that there's a note D in between. So it'll be C, D, E, or you can just count it normally by alphabetical order, C, D, E. And it'll be the same for bass. So let's say we have C over here, and we have G over here. So we can count it down by alphabetical order, C, B, A, G. Or we know that there's two notes in between, so C, B, A, then we have two notes in between, then we have G. However, you have to realize on a staff, there's at least two of the same notes. You see C over here, you have E, E over here, and make sure you're not confused by the octave, the 7 notes, and the repeat of the same pitch again, but on a higher octave. And so let's say if E is over here, and this E is over here, do not confuse them together. If you have this E is not over here, this E is over there. And it's the same for, let's say, F and F. This F is down over here, but that F is down over there. So do not confuse yourself. And I hope this video helps with what you know. Thank you.